with a few questions, but no, seriously, nice having this here. It's going to be a fun time because you've been very, very successful, and I believe you've added a new national title to all those you already hold.
Yeah, I must say it's been quite unexpected. I mean, the South African Off-Road Championship was a new thing to me. It was brand new, and to have won it in the first year was quite unexpected, and I really didn't expect it, but it was good.
It wasn't just an unusual formula for you to participate in, but you also were driving a very unusual vehicle. Tell us a bit more about it.
Yeah, it was a Nissan 4x4 double cab hard body, which is quite quick. It was probably the quickest racing car that I've driven.
Oh, there it is on screen, in fact.
And especially on dirt now, which was a new dimension to me. But it took some getting used to, but I got used to it in about 3 events, and from there on it went quite well. I had a good team behind me, and I think it showed it towards the end of the year when we won the championship.
Yeah. Just explain to me the difference from your point of view between off-roading and touring cars.
A lot of people ask me that question, what's the difference? And I always say then it's totally different. You can't really compare the two, but probably the most difficult thing of off-roading is reading the road, because you're driving totally blind, whereas on a track you go around for about 1 lap and you know exactly where you're going and you know what to expect. Whereas on off-road you never know what's coming up, and you've got to learn to read the road and sort of go over that unknown terrain quite quickly. So that's probably the biggest difference.
Mm-hmm. Now, of course, yours wasn't the only Nissan Super Truck entry in off-roading this year.
Yeah, Hannes was my teammate with another Super Truck. And then we also had 2 Duncan Foss, which also did touring cars with me. He was in a lower class, in Class D. Also did extremely well. So I had a very good support base and good guys to support me.
Fantastic. How tough was the competition in off-road this year?
It's been very tough. It's probably the former motorsport in South Africa which has got the most manufacturers involved. In fact, it has. It's got 5 manufacturers involved. So there are guys from Mitsubishi, Toyota, ourselves, and also Ford, which have built a very fancy racing car overseas. So the competition was really tough, and you really had to do your homework well to get up tops at the end.
That's been quite interesting. I mean, off-road racing, there was a time when it was quite a sort of a small sport, but it's grown in leaps and bounds, become very popular. Is there any particular reason why?
I think because the South African bucky market or pickup market is so big, and I think the manufacturers, that's why they decide to go there, because that's a big market for them, and they want to promote their vehicles in that market.
Just thinking, earlier this year we actually joined you while you were in Japan. You were testing out the Nissan Motorsport team. Has anything come of that?
Well, not yet. I hope I could tell you yes, but we're still in contact with them, and hopefully next year we'll know for sure, or we'll know more about that whole thing. But we're still holding thumbs, and probably towards next year we'll know what will come of that.
Any formal plans then on the table for next year's season?
Well, so far it's just off-road, so far, and no track racing yet for next year, which I'm a bit sad about. Yes, but I'm enjoying off-road tremendously now, and especially after winning the championship now, it's just given us an extra boost. So I think it's going to be really great fun next year, and with all the manufacturers involved there, as I say, it's going to really be a form of motorsport in South Africa to watch.
Fantastic.
Well, Giniel, thanks for coming to the studio. Appreciate your time. Well done on all your successes, and hopefully we get some good news from Japan sometime next year.
Thanks very much. I hope so too.
Good stuff.
Okay.